So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the? You are now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, a.k.a. BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Listen. Cheetah. Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box. Black Box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Nightwood Net Hustle. Big shout out to my SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
3Gs, 7Cs, navigated with ease. We do as we please. DM from Compton, CRIP. I remember the one incident for sure when somebody walked up on foot on the sheriff's by the train station and did their stuffuses. I don't know why. I thought it was a Hispanic that did it. Here I go again, but dude look familiar. I don't know what Compton CRIP he from. Somebody who do know, y'all let me know in the comments. But I just felt like, I don't think this one of them phantom familiars. I feel like he really familiar. I could be mistaken, of course. This a cold story. He was on one. Based on some of the names they used, it seemed like he was out here getting retaliation and revenge for a Hispanic. But I can't quite make it out. Maybe y'all can hear the details in the story and kind of clarify some of that in the comments as well. But with no further ado, let's see what DM, the Compton Keyway, has been up to. It reminds me of Christopher Dorner. Of course, on the dark side of things, a lot of people would see him as a hero. Oh, my mama.
The man convicted in the ambush shooting of two L.A. County Sheriff's deputies, Claudia Apolinar and Emmanuel Perez. It happened in Compton in 2020, part of a multi-day crime spree.
Prosecutor told the jury that Murray shot 4 people, tried to kill 3 of them, including deputies. Defense attorney argued that Murray was under the influence of and grief-stricken over his best friend's shooting death by LA County deputies. Prosecutor told the jury that Murray shot 4 people, tried to kill 3 of them, including deputies.
Part of a multi-day crime spree.
Should we cry when the Pope die? My request, we should cry if they cry when we bury Malcolm X. Mama, tell me, am I wrong? Is God just another cop waiting to beat my ass if I don't go pop?
In today's video, we're going to be speaking about somebody named Deontay Murray, who would be a Crip from Compton. And in this story, we're going to break down how he would be accused of going on a 2-week crime spree to where he would shoot 4 people. And some of you may be familiar with the story about the 2 sheriff deputies in Compton that got shot at the train station. But we're going to break it all down for you. Let's dive right into it. We're going to start off with his first crime, which would be on September 1st of 2020. And on this day, somebody named Andrew Harris would drive his black Mercedes-Benz to Bradfield Avenue in Compton. He would then park on the street, and he would get out. As he got out, he was approached by a group of men. They would all be friends, however, and know each other for a bunch of years. However, during that talk, an argument would break out between Andrew Harris and Deontay Murray. And that's when Andrew Harris told Deontay Murray that they can fight. Deontay Murray would respond and threaten to shoot him. Andrew Harris then walked back towards his Mercedes, and that's when Deontay Murray walked up the driveway, grabbed an assault rifle, and walked back down. And he would tell Harris, "Give me what you got." Andrew Harris then threw all the money that he had and his car keys on the floor. That's when Deontay Murray would pick it up and then shoot him in the leg. Deontay Murray would then jump into his black Mercedes-Benz and drive off. But the whole thing was caught on camera by a neighbor who was filming on his cell phone. No arrest would be made, but now police would be on the lookout for a stolen black Mercedes-Benz. But 10 days after that situation happened, Deontay Murray would lose a close friend on September 10th of 2020. And according to police, on the day of September 10th of 2020, they would search the residence of a Compton Vadio Toker's gang member. They would begin the search warrant at 5:30 in the morning. And according to police, when they did, the target of the investigation ended up running into his garage. That's when he would barricade himself inside of the garage, and allegedly, police would hear him loading up firearms. And according to police, shortly after that, they would hear gunshots coming out of the garage. An officer would then say that he saw a rifle barrel sticking out of the door. That's when he would open fire on the garage. They would fire close to 100 shots, but they would shoot him 10 times. In this situation right here is what sparked off the crime spree.
That's crazy. He was a Kiwi and his best friend was from Tokers. See, it ain't just black and brown hate. When the politics go up, it just be they happen to be from a Mexican gang and they from a black gang. And then they might use the typical hateful racial slurs throughout the process, but it's not a natural, oh, I hate them. It's just that when the line's divided, it just be up. His best friend was from Tokers.
Because like we said, Samuel Herrera was killed at 5:30 in the morning on September 10th of 2020. And on that same exact day of September 10th of 2020, but in the afternoon, which would be about 6 hours later, there would be a shooting outside the Compton courthouse. And the person who was shot would be a private investigator who was sitting inside a Ford Explorer, sitting on a laptop during a Zoom meeting. And he would say that a black Mercedes-Benz pulled up on the side of him. That's when a black man who was driving would point a rifle at him, and he would fire several shots and then speed away.
Yeah, he was on his Christopher Donner. That's the blueprint, the MO. That's exactly how he kicked his off. He went straight to the sheriff's station, seen one of them unmarked looking SUVs, seen somebody looking like they was a undercover private, and got with him. Yeah, he was on some folio for his partner. That's crazy.
And he would be hit in the arm, the hand, the chest, and the stomach. This right here would be the location where it happened, outside of the courthouse. And as you can see right here, on the side would be the Compton Sheriff's Station. Nobody would be arrested, but they would be on the lookout for a black Mercedes-Benz. And don't forget, Deontay Murray just shot somebody 10 days before this and stole their black Mercedes-Benz.
You know what type of grimy, greedy mission you got to be on to be in a city as small as Compton in a vehicle. You carjacked, robbed, strong arm, and shot somebody in 10 days ago. You still in that motherfucker daily, thugging on one, yeah, he was gone.
And during that shooting, he also used a rifle. But on September 12th of 2020, which would be 2 days after the shooting at the courthouse, 2 deputies would be shot outside the train station in Compton. And during this situation, they would have surveillance footage of a black man walking up, pulling out a firearm, and firing multiple rounds into the police vehicle. The shooter would then run away and jump into a black Mercedes-Benz and then speed away. This would be the situation that went viral, that was all over the news that you guys may remember. And there would be no arrest made in the situation until 3 days later, on September 15th of 2020. And on that day, police would see him driving a blue Toyota, and they would attempt to pull him over. That's when he would take police on a high-speed chase and then jump out the vehicle and try to run. However, he would be able to hide for a few hours, but after that, police would find him hiding in a chicken coop. They would then tell him to come out with his hands up, and he would refuse. That's when they would send in the police dogs, and he would be bit. He was finally arrested, but during the pursuit, police would see him tossing the firearm into a parking lot in Compton. In that same exact day, they would also find the black Mercedes-Benz that he stole. And inside the Mercedes-Benz, they would find a few shell casings. He would then be arrested and processed that same exact day, on September 15th of 2020, where he would face 1 count of carjacking, 1 count of robbery, 1 count of assault with a firearm on a person, 1 count of attempted murder, 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon, 2 counts of attempted murder, 2 more counts of possession of a firearm by a felon, 1 count of attempted murder, and the final count would be another possession of a firearm by a felon. He would then have to sit in the county jail for the next 3 years, but on August 8th of 2023, he would begin trial. And during trial, there would be several witnesses that would testify against him. And we're going to start off with the first one, which would be Samuel Herrera's brother. And he would tell detectives that Deontay Murray bragged to him about shooting the deputies. He would tell
this the brother that he was getting vengeance for. Couldn't just shut up. I mean, they had enough evidence, bro. He did this because the police killed your brother. And you, man,
Detectives that he told him several hours after, and he would say that he smoked them pigs. And he would also tell him that he did the one outside the courthouse also. And he would say one of the reasons why he did the double shooting at the train station was because the shooting outside the courthouse didn't make the news. The next witness would be a female friend to Deontay Murray, who had the last name Gamble. And she would say on September 10th of 2020, on the day that the deputies killed Samuel Herrera, she would say that her and Deontay Murray had a conversation. And Deontay Murray would tell her that he's going to take care of the situation and he's going to take out some deputies. She would then tell detectives that several hours after he made that statement, he would come back and he would tell her that he just shot 2 deputies and he did it for Sam.
what was her motivation? He obviously wasn't saying this to no strangers. Y'all was somehow connected in the spirit of his lifestyle where he felt comfortable talking to you like this. Why is you helping the police do their job? They must have been scared of him, they damn self.
And the 2 witnesses that we spoke about so far, which would be Sam's brother and the female friend with the last name Gamble, would tell detectives that when they seen the video of the shooting on the news, they recognized Murray as the shooter, and that's when they decided to report it. And the next witness would be another female friend with the last name Luna, and she would be friends with both Deontay Murray and Andrew Harris, who was the first victim. He would be the one that got his Mercedes-Benz stolen and shot in the leg with a rifle. She would first tell police that Deontay Murray admitted to her that he shot Andrew Harris and stole his Mercedes. She would also say that her and Deontay Murray spoke about the shooting situation. And she would tell detectives that Deontay Murray was angry with the deputies because they killed Samuel Herrera.
Seemed like Harris didn't say nothing though. Dante Harris, I think that's his name. The dude that allegedly got shot and got his Benz took. A broad spoke up, but it's like he didn't say nothing. He kept it solid.
And they were lying about him having a firearm and being aggressive. She would also tell detectives that Deontay Murray was up for a few days straight after Samuel Herrera's death.
Sound like Pookie.
And just like the other 2 witnesses, he would also tell her that he was mad about the shooting outside of the courthouse not making the news. And she also told detectives that on the day of the double shooting, Deontay Murray showed her a video of the shooting, and he bragged about running up close range, but he was upset that they didn't pass away. And on top of that, after he was arrested, they would bring him to court on a bus, and that bus ride was being monitored by recording. And they
Damn, even the buses is monitored, y'all. Sheesh. Gotta shut up.
would have one recording of him saying F the police, and I hope they die on the table. They would also have another recording of him saying that they knew they were looking for him for the carjacking stuff, and that he should have killed cuz, talking about Andrew Harris. And this right here would be the last recording that they had, which would probably be the craziest one. Deontay Murray would say, "He told me in the morning Sam got killed. I busted on police right there, on Alondra in Bradfield. Pop, 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 pop. That was the first one. Then I caught that one over by the courthouse. That was the second one. Then the train station in Compton." He would then start laughing and say, "Check the scoreboard, I'm up." He would then say, "On CRIP, I don't give a F, and y'all can't prove it." So with him saying that right there, that lets you know that there was 3 situations to where he shot at police, because he was only charged for 2. The courthouse one, and then the train station one. But as you can see right there, we just read that in the morning Sam got killed, he busted on police on Alondra and Bradfield. And on top of all that evidence,
That ain't enough for no conviction, though. But you could anybody could claim or confess to anything. They gonna still need some evidence. He could take that back and say, "I was just trying to put extras on it, trying to sound tough."
don't forget that the day he was arrested, they seen him toss a gun into a parking lot that they ended up grabbing. And on top of that, they would find the Mercedes-Benz that he stole, and they would find shell casings inside of it. And they would end up testing everything, and everything would come back to a match. The shell casings recovered from the Mercedes-Benz that was stolen would come back to the first victim and to the second victim outside of the courthouse, which was both done with a rifle. And the gun that was found inside of the parking lot in Compton that they seen him throw would come back to a match for the same shell casings as the shooting at the train station. They would also find his DNA inside of the Mercedes, on the handgun, and on the bullets. But after a month of trial, on September 28th of 2023, he would be convicted by a jury and he would be found guilty on all counts except for one attempted murder. And he would be sentenced to a term of 166 years.
I bet you that one attempted murder is that one they heard him talk about on the bus. And I bet you it's that one that he beat.
Life. And he's eligible for parole in December of 2131.
Damn, I ain't never I didn't mean to laugh, on CRIP, Keyway Nation. I didn't mean to laugh, but I ain't never heard nobody date 30, 21 something. I done heard 2050 this, 2067. But 2130? God, that's mathematics. Hold your head, Lo.
Which would be 106 years from now. But that right there is going to wrap up the story of Deontay Murray from Compton CRIP. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. But comment, like, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. It's Respectable Rants.
Yeah, that. Send your troops, cause we get busy, we don't play about shit. Let the busters off the hook and catch the big fish. Yeah, that. Send your troops, cause we get busy, we don't play about shit. Let the busters off the hook and catch the big fish. Patron with the lemon twist, just hit a big lick. All in Vegas got me feeling like a rich crip. Hold on, same jersey, I ain't never switched. Stay at the gun range, I promise I don't never miss. I dare a nigga to pull up on my passenger seat. The block full of hot boys, it's like 400 degrees. Been gangbanging since a juvenile. Check the files, it's gonna be some shit you gon' see that make it hard to smile. Like Pac said, a whole lot of bloodshed is part of war. Like UPS, show up at your door, special delivery. Mac with the shoulder strap, feeling like it's into me. Bomb cushion Hennessy in my system, that chopper got distance. No James Bond, but I'm back on my mission. My uniform be the Michigan, counting money. And ain't gon' post it on my Snapchat to count funny. Hell no, I know my mathematics, be in public. They always ask me if I'm still rapping, still crippin'. I ain't no rapper, better check my status. Show up at the meetings, phone season be the reason. Baby mama still can't believe that nigga stop breathing. We don't wanna get even, we tryna get over. It's war with the enemies, but with the homies, squabble from the shoulder. I hit a lick and pass, call my low like nigga we up. Feeling like Kobe in the last game. Cause I go hard in the clip. These niggas mutts, I hang with pit bulls and Rottweilers. Type to squabble up and bomb on niggas like Deontay Wilder. That 40 bark and it get louder and louder. Shot spotters going off, the neighbors waking up and coming out of their houses. Yeah, this shit fucked up. That's just how the ball bounce. Shooting dice for 4 hours and smoked up a whole ounce. Popped the top off the Remy, feeling like that Charger with the Hemi. Squabble good, losses I can't name any. Chin up, chest out, niggas just be chasing clout. Better use that GPS, I make a nigga switch routes. Free the tiny match like Baby Psych and Bad News. Hurt my motherfucking soul when I heard that bad news. Shining with a rollie on, smash like Donkey Kong. Every time we went on them missions, we brought a trophy home, a lonely road. Nightmares that the homie told, cause I fucked the bitch that he loved, and I ain't even know it. I been through so much pain, but I don't even show it. Don't ask me if I want some get back, nigga, you know it. It's part of war. Show up at your front door. It's part of war. What the fuck you think we do it for? It's part of war. Little homies trying to up the score. It's part of war. My nigga, we love war.
Neighborhood Net Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spotter Low.
Spider Loke, nigga.
Spider Loke.
It's Spider Loke.
Spider Loke.
Spider Loke.
Spider Loke.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?
My nigga.
Spider Loke. Spider Loke.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Loke, wake and bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke, on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Bud, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Bud, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, CRIP.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the Black Box with Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!
You still around? I mean, you enjoyed that, and you enjoyed the Black Box in general, and YouTube believes, understands, and knows for a fact you will certainly enjoy that video on your screen. So go on and tap on that on my mama.